Hello, my name is Klaus Bone. I own the studio Photographic Art, and my website is photographicartvictoria.com. The first few photographs you see are G Clays. They're printed on watercolor paper with very special inks, and some of them have a little white border or edge on them. And the wedding that you're looking at right now, the bride said to me, she flew me to Calgary, she said, do whatever you want, I don't care, but I want one image that I can hang on the wall for the rest of my life. And I think I captured that untraditional feeling. This wedding was from a couple that came from New York, and I try to capture the shapes of the tops of the tents and the building and just the way they were standing. I like to incorporate the environment as much as possible. This bride and groom got married by the ocean, and we wanted to represent the ocean in their photographs, their wedding photographs, and it gives us a feeling of natural nature and the way it is and the way it was on each and every day that we go out and photograph. When it's windy, it's great for the veil to blow or the dress to blow. And this is one that's coming up right now, is probably one of the most, well, one that the bride and the bridesmaids really liked. They all wanted an image of this. There's a lot of excitement. The wind blew like crazy, and they're all participating in trying to keep the veil from flying away off her head. It's fun. We should have fun photographs in weddings. We also need more pictorial weddings, and again that day it was quite windy. As you can see, the veil was blown up. We didn't throw it or anything like that, like in the days of Rocky Gun, but we just let nature take care of itself as much as possible. I don't try to coach them too much, except maybe suggest what they should be doing, and then the emotion should flow on its own. I like to also represent the dreamlike or the imagination. This is a very soft image that I made. It has fantasy feel to it, like it is in a park of Never Never Land or Ever Ever Land, I'm not sure which. This is the same couple in a black and white situation that shows nice composition, I feel, and texture, and just a very relaxed look to the whole image. The next one is coming is an image that he's a photographer, and he says, Klaus, I want you to do one image for me, and that image, just do whatever you want. And this is an infrared photograph, and we hand colored one of these, and he's got it hanging in his home. I don't go to homes very often in Canada. Maybe a lot of us don't, but I was asked to come to Vancouver, and they put me up overnight and everything, so I was there. I thought I should be able to do that. This is the sister of the bride, and she's always on the phone, as you can see. Of course, that's a good representation of her as well. Now, the bride said to me, can you just try to capture me? And she was so full of life and bubbly and everything, just my personality, and I think it represents her chaotic, busy life with everything going on around her, yet she can smile and feel happy. And Kelly has such a vivaciousness about her, and lots of laughs and fun. The group shot, well, it is maybe a little bizarre, but it is something that she liked. She liked things that were quite out of the ordinary, and there's some that I'm showing here right now that are quite out of the ordinary because they're representing the bride and the groom and the group very, very nicely. If you're looking at the next one that's coming up, it's interesting because they stop to have a little break, and guess what? It's a smoke time, of course, and all the girls are smoking and the guys weren't. The guys didn't smoke, but the girls did. What a switch, huh? For sure. I like to photograph things that are unposed to a degree and with natural light. This is totally candid, but it expresses so much about them, and I love the lighting on their face and just everything happening as it is, with genuineness in their expressions, and totally unposed, of course. And they were walking along on that beam, and I was afraid that she might fall in, but that was the fun part of her personality. I like to photograph a lot in black and white, and every chance I get I do. Sometimes I do a whole wedding, like the one you just saw, all in black and white. I didn't do any color. This wedding I did both color and black and white, and just a little bit of a dance pose, because there are so many brides and grooms that do like to dance and to make it natural. This was out in a outside area, obviously out in the sticks, maybe you might say, and I thought a warm color like brown tone just represented the feeling of this expanse and expanse. This I did photographed in black and white and hand tinted this face and the flowers, just to add another uniqueness about the image that the bride had with this little girl, or flower girl, in the back of their boat, just representing a quiet moment. And no, he did not fall in, but he was close, and it takes a lot of effort to squeeze everybody together so close, the two to close. I like a long, narrow photograph. They bought a 40-inch, I think it was 20 by 40. It gives a different sense of the whole feeling of the image, and it's partially black and white, partially color. It's almost monochromatic, sort of. There was a beautiful image they bought of this, a 40-inch, and the wind blew. I did not throw her veil. It was natural, just the way you see it is the way it was. Drag the shutter to give some motion to the water. No flash veil, nothing. It was raining. I said, maybe we should quit. She said, no, I like the rain. I don't care if my dress gets soiled. So I suggested something funny, and that's what she did. She was very willing and able to comply, and this is a very interesting pose. This was a very difficult photograph because we couldn't even focus. It was so dark, and we did have to use an external lights on this image, but it has a tremendous impact with the Parliament buildings of Victoria in the background. So thank you for watching, and this is my blog, and I hope you enjoyed this long video. Thank you so much.